Ramgapal lives in the Sunderbans in India, the largest delta in the world, formed by the waters of the Ganges and the Brahmaputra. For the first time, Ramgapal's father, Ratan, is taking him far from their village for several months. He wants to teach him a traditional way of fishing practiced by his family for 5 generations. Ratan is one of the last otter fishermen. He owns 2 of them, Nurul, a female, and Gaj, a male. These very precious domesticated animals, handed down from father to son, are bred with those of other fishermen, since wild otters are impossible to tame. Otters have huge appetites and eat up to 3 kilograms of shrimp, fish, and other marine animals a day. Although tied down, they are totally capable of escaping whenever they want. Nurul has done so several times, but always ends up getting back into the boat. Like Ratan, all the other fishermen go to great pains for their otters. They spoil them and talk to them very often. They are part of life on the boat. In their wild state, otters swim in groups and push their prey in front of them. Then they capture it and take turns eating. Domesticated otters have learned to obey human orders. As soon as the baby otter has a thick enough coat, it follows its parents into the water. It's not tied to them and learns by imitation. Once the net is in place, the fishermen need only pull on their rope and the otters dive, leading fish, crabs, or shrimp into their nets. The Sunderbans are not very deep, but contain a great number of fish. Ratan has already experienced filling his boat with fish in just one day. Here, however, even if fish are abundant, the days are long for the men and for the otters, which have to be constantly rewarded. To keep their catch fresh until they return to the village, the men have to clean and salt the fish before storing them in big jars. They clean the fish by scraping them with a batka, their traditional knife. A male and a female tiger came to this spot to drink. They left their tracks in the mud. Here, the Bengal tiger, called the Lord of the Forest, is on everyone's mind, even if its presence is very discreet. Ratan knows that it attacks humans. If he ever finds himself face to face with this frightening predator, his only chance to survive would be if the animal recalls the prayers Ratan has made to him so often. Ramgapal knows that he must never venture alone into the mangrove, since he still hasn't learned many of the forest's secrets. Ratan had hoped that his son would take over the boat and practice the same profession, but Ramgapal has already told his father that he would rather live in the city in the future. Even though he is disappointed by Ramgapal's choice, Ratan is happy to see that he's very attached to his otters. He feels that even if father and son don't share the same life, they will always have a common love for the forest and a love for these animals which generations before them were able to domesticate. And who knows, maybe one day Ramgapal will change his mind. Jay is 11 years old. On his island, they say he is the descendant of Ficafica, a young boy to whom the secret of kite fishing was revealed. It's now time for him to learn about this incredible way of catching pipefish, and it's up to his uncle Wapo to teach him. Jay lives in the remote Solomon Islands, 2,000 kilometers off the Australian coast. Every day, he and his friend Gaspard go underwater fishing in the Pacific. Jay is a member of the Aikawa tribe. Soon he will be able to capture pipefish like the birds do. Today, Jay goes into the forest with his uncle Wapo, the chief of the tribe. Together, they will look for the material they need to make the kite. First, they have to cut the biggest palm leaves. Once they're a little dry, they'll use them to make the kite. Then, Wapo and Jay have to find a spider, but not just any spider. The molluscensus spider webs are so incredibly solid and sticky that they're used for bait. This web is very precious. The spider who makes it is an important ally of the fisherman. It must not be killed and its creation not destroyed. A few days later, Jay goes over to his uncle's house. The time has come to build the kite. Wapo explains to Jay that the pipefish is too fragile to be taken with a hook. Only this spider's web will enable them to catch it. The web must be carefully folded over itself on the stick, thus giving it the appearance of a small animal that the fish would like to snap up. It takes an entire day to make the kite. First, the palm leaves have to be sewn together with plant thread. Then, the leaves are assembled on a frame formed by 3 stems. It's June, the month that the mawa, the kite fishing wind, blows over the Solomon Islands. Jay leaves with Wapo for his final lesson. First, Wapo has to teach Jay how to make the kite fly. The kite must not stay in the water for too long. The wetter it is, the harder it is to take off. Now, the kite has to be just the right height for the bait it's carrying to skim the crest of the waves. If it's too deep, the pipefish will simply ignore it. Success! Jay's got his first catch. Once the fish is out of the water, Jay twists its neck and tries to get the bait back without damaging it, which is no mean feat. Although Jay still needs more time before becoming a great fisherman like Wapo, there's no doubt that one day he will become the keeper of the secrets of this ancestral fishing technique.